Lamborghini, Messi. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. This was Sam's idea, so I really don't even. I've not seen anything on this game. Like
it's sort of the same thing as like the decision making we have to do in Telltale, but
okay,
it's a lot more funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've not seen. I've seen like shit where it's like loops you and shit, but that's
yeah,
what I know about it. That's
something like that. We just all we do is we play through until we die.
Shit.
That's all you do. Try to make it. All right, let's try this shit.
This sound like abruptly turns on and off in this shit.
What do you mean?
Now it's just like off now.
Yeah, it's just it's loading screen. That's why.
That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. I'm used to like hearing noise all the time in my ear. The end is never the end. Is loading.
What?
End is never the end. Is never the end. The end is never the What the fuck?
I don't know. Reminds me of that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What the fuck was that?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
that's me.
number 427. Employee number 427's
You hear
job
the
was
narrator?
Yeah.
He sat at his desk in room
How well do you hear it?
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
I hear the music.
Orders came to him
But
through
you
a
don't hear the
button
fucking...
desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Is your shit plugged in?
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Talk about
of
It works now.
every year.
Okay, don't touch that
Although
motherfucker.
others might have considered it
That was weird.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders
427.
as though he had
This
been
is
made
fucking-
exactly for this job.
What?
This is gonna fucking
Stanley
mind fuck this shit out of
was
me,
a
probably.
Probably.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Probably have to get like a new
Something he
splitter
would
or
never
something.
quite forget.
This thing's old.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi.
Never in
Hi.
all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Fucking shitty
Something
operating
was
system.
very
They have
clearly
fucking
wrong. Shocked, frozen
pre-Windows
solid,
like
Stanley found
1920 or
himself
something.
unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped
Oh
out
shit,
of his,
can you use a controller with this
office.
bullshit?
What?
Can you use a controller with this shit?
Yeah.
That was mouse.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh man, I'm just saying
What
this
could it
game would be
mean?
so fucking weird
Stanley
in
decided
VR.
to go to the meeting.
I know, right?
Perhaps
Feels
he had
like
simply
I am,
missed a
though.
memo.
Where's the fucking?
No matter how
Okay.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It knows that I'm looking.
What the fuck? What is it? Can't read that.
I don't know.
What the fuck? Can't open that?
Nope.
We don't have any hands apparently.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
What the fuck?
Did it advance the story in any way?
That's creepy, bro. What the fuck? What's that coffee mug say behind you?
What? Which one?
That.
I hate Mondays.
Oh, so do I.
Great.
416.
When Stanley
Oh,
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do you wanna follow them like his tailing, or do you wanna go on the right?
I'll follow him. I don't want to be fucking a rebel today.
No.
You know, fucking-
Okay.
He's gonna fuck me up. Can't open that bullshit either.
Let's see if he's gonna say anything. What the hell? This one's got nothing.
Or like a fucking supply closet or some shit. Can't see outside the fucking windows and shit yet.
Yet there was not
Tips
a
for
single
not
person
getting
there
fired.
Do not
Feeling a wave of
unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing work.
Stanley
all the
decided to
time,
go
every
up
day
to
with
his
no-
boss's
If
office,
I was reading that-
hoping he might find an answer there.
Room closet.
Oh,
Stanley stepped into the broom closet.
We need a
but there was
weapon.
nothing here.
I feel like we
so
need
he
a
turned
fucking
around
weapon.
and got back on track.
what is in here? Fucking
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Look here,
No
narrator.
reason to
I'm in
still
this
be
bitch.
here. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Up or down?
Fuck him, I'm gonna go down. We've already followed his order. Let's see what happens. We disobey. Please don't fuck me, narrator. Oh, what the fuck?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work.
Quick
He
save,
might
you
be
son of a
fired for
bitch.
that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then
Am
something
I
occurred to Stanley.
We just go in a
Maybe,
circle?
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
Can you get the
for
fuck out
no
this
reason
bitch,
at
bro?
all. None of it made any logical sense.
We
And
going
as
in
Stanley
circles
pondered
now.
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look
Why
pretty
the
familiar.
fuck?
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the
How the
words.
fuck did we even get down here? I don't remember.
Dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
Are we supposed to
felt
just fucking
have finally found an
continuously
answer, an
circle this hole?
explanation.
I guess he's
His
just.
co-workers weren't actually gone.
You just wait till he shuts
wasn't
the
going
fuck
to
up,
lose his
maybe.
Job. He wasn't crazy after all. He
This
thought
guy
to
sounds like
himself,
this
"I
the
suppose
name
I'll
the
wake up
narrator
soon.
from
I'll have to
fucking
go
Little
back
Big
to my
Planet.
boring
It probably
real-life
is.
job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid." So he imagined
Lucid, you're
himself
fucking-
flying and began to gently
This is
float
what
above the
crack is
ground.
like. Well,
Can I jump?
Then
You're
he
flying.
imagined himself soaring through
Oh,
space
shit, bro.
on a magical starfield.
You're flying
And it
anymore?
too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley
this
marveled
narrator
that he had
is
still not
fucking-
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
Whack.
perhaps the strangest question of them all.
This is
entered
already
Stanley's
whack.
head.
What the
While he
fuck?
was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that
we have
I
earphones
do
on,
and
so it
think?
literally is in our head.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice.
My brain
describing
is
me,
being fucking
thinking about
mashed
how it's
up right now.
describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if
He
this
told me
voice
it's like
spoke
saving.
to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a
you
shock
catch.
to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
What the
Let
fuck?
me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Is this some sort of like
I
hypnotist
am-
bull? What the
I don't know.
Everything will be
Weird.
fine. I am okay.
Same fucking spot.
What
Yo,
the fuck?
I'm dead.
Stanley began screaming.
This is hell.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
This is
just
what happens
someone
when we
tell me I am
disobey
real.
him. What the
I must
fuck,
be real.
dude?
I must be. Can
What the
anyone hear
fuck,
my
bro?
voice? Who am I? Who am I? and everything went black.
And then the bass dropped. Brrr.
Everything went black.
We're back at the fucking desk.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her
This sounds some
belongings,
Tim Burton
and
shit
walked to
right
her
now.
place of work.
Oh shit!
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for
Fucking
just a
Stanley.
few brief moments, she considered the
That's
strange
fucking...
man.
What the
He was
fuck?
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
You're not.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way,
This
seeing
narrator's
man made her
actually
feel
fucking...
better.
If I ever
Then she
hear this
remembered the
narrator in my
meeting she
dream,
had
I'm dead.
scheduled for that day.
I'm fucking
The
dead.
very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension,
actually-
the
I don't
rest
think
of
we
her
haven't
life.
even
She
spent
had
like
no
15
time
minutes
for
in
this.
this.
So
And
it
he's
was
talked
only
for
a
fucking
moment
15
that she
minutes
stood
of it.
there,
Is this the whole
staring
game he
down
talks?
at the body,
Like this?
Pretty
and then
much.
she turned and ran.
It's pretty much she talks and fucks with your head.
Ah, what the
So we've already died in like not even like 15 minutes.
We died already?
I think so. How long has it been so far? Yeah, it's been 15 minutes.
We died? That's what happens when we
That-
disobey
that-
the fucker?
Yeah. Okay,
Why?
so now we're doing it again.
What the fuck,
All of
man?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Aw. We have to follow his fucking ass. Okay, we do. We follow
When
him. Go.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered
Nope.
the door on his
We're
left.
gonna
This
die
was
again.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it.
He's gonna
perfectly
fuck us in the
well.
ass again.
Perhaps he wanted to
I
stop
don't
by
want
the
that.
employee lounge first,
Fucking-
just to admire it.
What the fuck?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
God.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Nope.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley
Yo,
took
he's
the
gonna
first
fucking
open door on
destroy
his left.
me. What?
This way or this way?
What is the bathroom? What do you say to do?
Turn on the left.
Well, we're already fucking up Sheets Creek anyways. Might as well go that way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Yo,
years
he just
ago.
called us out. Yo.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh,
I'm
so
not
we
your
beating
enemy,
him?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your
Who's
trust
the
in
fuck
someone
is
else can be
jumping?
Do not
difficult,
fucking
but the
die.
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I think we're
There's
fucking
someone
beating him
you've
right
been
now.
neglecting, Stanley.
Or he's gonna fuck us
Someone
up.
you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This
Who's
is
the
it,
fuck?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who?
I don't know. Let's go through the black door.
Yo, what the...
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out
There's
to
a
her.
fucking noose
If
on
you can
that.
truly place your
There's a
faith
noose
in
on the
another,
fucking... Is it...
then pick up the
What?
It's
phone.
like a noose. Look at that.
It's
Oh,
an
no,
old
it's
phone.
not.
Okay, so I think yet again there's another option. You can either, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, fucking unplug that
As Stanley
bullshit.
picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? That wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
It's got a fucking script.
Definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe
control.
Why have I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Don't do that, boy. It's fucked up, bro.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you
How
not
is that a
grasp
thing?
the
Look here,
severity of the
motherfucker. You're fucked
situation?
up.
Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
If he minimizes
Please
this shit,
observe this helpful
I'm done.
instruction.
I'm freaking gonna walk away.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Wow, we're being
But if
educated
used
by a
incorrectly,
fucking
it can
game.
also be the most dangerous.
He's taking our ass
For
to school
example,
because
in
we
this scenario,
get schooled.
a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to
person's
finish
not
their
real.
thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice.
What in the actual
Excellent.
fuck is happening?
Making
here?
choices on a regular
Oh,
basis
I guess
is
we
the
had to
best
say it
part
back
to a
so I can
healthy
track.
decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling
What a
should
fucking
subside.
asshole.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome
Don't do that
back.
again, you son
You
of a
may have
bitch.
noticed that this
Yeah.
room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But
Narrative
not to worry.
contradiction.
Now that you're properly informed on good
Stop.
decision-making,
Well,
we're
it's
going
creepy.
to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What if we pick up the phone right now?
Can't.
Do we stay in this fucking room? I have a feeling that not doing what he says is working.
Yeah. Can I close the door? I guess we gotta go.
What the fuck? Is he taking us back to where we
Yeah, he
were?
put a cage
So we-
thing.
Though your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
I was gonna try that before.
Senselessly halfway through the story. That story
You
would
son of a
make no
bitch.
sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
So he's like bring us back to make the right choice. If we make the
I
wrong
guess.
one again. Where the fuck are we going now? We're going
guess-
back to go to the... Oh, what the fuck?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Oh, okay, I guess we gotta go back to the start.
This is like schizophrenia. This is what that is. This is like...
What?
This is schizophrenia. This is what the fucking people see.
Really?
I don't fucking know, but like...
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? I don't fucking enjoy this.
I kind of want to just go back into the
Yeah,
right.
so do I. So do I. Fucking go there. Dude,
Just do it.
fuck you, narrator, and eat fucking
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Do it again with the The door is closed.
I don't think it's gonna let me anyways. It's gonna do different.
No, this is because this shit.
Oh, it's ruined.
Oh,
You-
we
I
fucking-
can't believe after
we
everything
fucked
we
the place
talked
up.
about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
'Cause it's
what
funny.
did you get out of that?
Because
what did you
it's
think
funny.
was so special about seeing the game undone? Everything had so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to
God,
do?
this game is
Even if there
actually
were a way to
garbage.
continue, would it be worth it?
He's actually fucking
To
garbage.
know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever.
Yeah, fuck
I
you.
couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my
Don't
work?
fucking-
I don't know. What's the
That's
answer?
creepy,
What
the
do I
game's
do?
so-
What do I do? What do I?
The game Super Hot did that to me.
I have to
Really?
shut the
It
game
shut the
down.
game
I
down.
have to.
What the fuck?
I have to.
What the fuck has he done?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
What the-
What? Did you think that would be funny? You just
Yeah.
had to see?
No, I don't think it's funny
Didn't I
anymore.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Why?
So hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you. You're a child.
Yes.
Yes.
My story. If you'd
Suck it
just
up.
gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked
Spoiler
so
alert.
hard on it.
Yeah, hello,
I tried
bitch.
so hard
Did the game
to
crash?
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
No,
responsibly
yo,
and
I
always
don't like
following the
that
story
shit.
first.
I don't like
I'm
it.
quite sure you'll be
What
up to
the
the
f-
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Do we go to the fucking right one again?
When Stanley
No, we
came
go the
to
right
a set
way.
of two open
Now we have
doors,
to?
he
Yeah.
entered the door on
What
his
happens if we
left.
don't? Do we die?
It's just gonna do the same shit as before, I think.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Now the broom closet's locked as well.
Oh
Do we go downstairs now?
no.
Coming to
We
his
can't!
He's fucking.
What the fuck?
He really made that decision. What the fuck, bro? He's like forcing us to do it now. Go there. Go that way. Let's see if we can open that shit. Fuck.
God damn it. Look, we can touch stuff like as if we were tapping a keyboard. See?
Stepping inside his manager's
This
office,
office is
Stanley
lit,
was
though.
once again stunned
Hey.
to discover not an indication of any human life.
The
Shocked,
fuck is that?
Stanley wondered in disbelief.
Yo,
when
it's
Orpheus
fucking-
What does this say?
He's pro-
Business
saw a
strategy.
door with a
He's
voiceless
pro
note
panda
next
killing.
to it.
That's fucked
Surely
up.
behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode.
I am
He
the
had
most
seen it on his
expensive-
boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find
Fuck,
out.
this is a different room. though, I
Stanley had
think.
been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Fuck? This is not the
Drew
same.
a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
115? Is that what you're supposed to say?
Night Shark 115. I can't click it.
Stanley spoke the code.
We can't.
Night Shark 115.
Night
Into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I don't know if it even does it on the mic.
He's probably doing this to make it seem fucking retarded.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You
Absolutely.
didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak
Did you hear
the code
that?
into
What?
the receiver.
That was
Otherwise
you.
we can't get on with the story. This
Well, I
is a
didn't hear nothing.
crucial step.
When you said absolutely.
Absolutely.
Night Shark 115.
Fine, you're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to
fuck?
bring you this
I didn't
far,
hear
only
that.
for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
We fucked up. We didn't even try.
Respect Stanley
We were trying
shows
to
for
listen,
his
but you're a
choices.
bitch.
He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Don't stop.
What?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
What?
What the fuck?
Why did it just end like that?
Is everything...
I don't know. This is like one of the possible endings, I guess.
This is important.
I guess we have to begin again. Because now we can't do it.
Let's do it again, but let's like do every single choice like he says. I want to see what happens.
Okay. What the fuck with the credits?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I just want to check something real quick. Speaker configuration. Closed captioning? Subtitles only? Full captions?
What the fuck is this?
I just want to see if there's like something that we have to...
Like say or do?
Yeah, like we have to press something to like actually speak or what? No, I guess not.
What could it mean?
Okay, there we go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
There we go, I'll
simply
put
missed a
subtitles
memo.
on so that would be easier to hear or understand what he's saying.
Let's just do every single like.
Thing like he wants.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because maybe if we fuck up the code again, because it'd be like. the
Yet
first
there was
thing.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What?
This is different now.
What the fuck?
It's not even green.
Stepping
anymore.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
2845.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
he plays
happened
it
to
off.
input
Yeah.
the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What the fuck is this?
What's this way? Nothing? Nothing. What the fuck?
It's like a fucked up place for our fucking. It's like a slave trade or some shit.
Maybe.
It's so fucked up, man.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What the fuck is this place?
I don't know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through
Mind
the large
control
door that
facility.
read
What the fuck?
Mind
This is what
Control
happened to
Facility.
Stanley.
There's an escape thing this way.
Fuck.
What do we do?
I don't know. Should we fucking try to escape? Do we die if we try to escape?
I don't know. I haven't seen like the escape part.
Fuck, let's go there.
Let's go this way?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of this bitch. We peacing, bruh?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, great! Fuck!
Can we go back?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around.
Does he hear what the fuck I'm saying?
I don't know! Can I mute? I should mute this. No, it wouldn't hear us.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna continue going this way, even though it's gonna cause her death, probably.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Death become us!
Yay.
Is this the hole or what?
Yep. I think it is it.
Loading? Watch, it's probably gonna load the fucking beginning again.
Maybe. Oh no.
No? What the fuck?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell,
Oh
Stanley.
my god. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Why?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What the fuck was that?
Was the narrator killed just now?
I don't know. There's a narrator for the narrator, I guess.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every
The White
path you
House.
can walk has
the
been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless,
Yeah.
making life the same.
What
Do you
the
see now?
fuck?
Do you see that Stanley was
This-
already dead from the moment he hit start?
What the fuck?
That's the big room there.
Yeah.
There's the two doors.
What? Stanley was already dead?
I guess.
Stuck in some sort of fucking reality?
This is like the.
Credits? What the f... This is like the game maker's room or
I
something.
guess.
This is like some Hunger Games shit right here, like really. What? More endings, fewer endings, more narrations, fewer narrations, more Stanley, less Stanley.
What the fuck?
There's a fucking... What is this shit?
Can we like? How do we get out of here now?
I don't know. Fucking say we're in like a mansion or some shit.
Oh, there's an exit.
What the fuck?
Stanley Parable.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Turn it off? Does that
Can you
restart?
see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What the fuck? It's vibrating.
Listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
The hell with that, we're here,
Choose
boy.
it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
Dead.
We died, huh?
I just killed him.
We died, huh?
Yeah, we pretty much died.
So that was the escape route. So
It doesn't do anything.
you have to
You
quit.
have to quit.
What?
Begin the game again. Let's just do this fucking one more time.
Yeah, let's do it. Do all the right shit, I guess. and
I
see how
guess.
it ends that way.
Alright, now.
So we fucking killed Stanley like fucking 3 times now. Well, except for that one time where we won.
All of
Technically.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Wish
a
I could
memo.
sprint so I can just walk before he talks.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can't move faster than the narration.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping him coming to a
office.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What the fuck? Wait, there's a thing on this door now. Executive bathroom.
Yo, hey! What the fuck is that? To be rich is it a crime to commit crimes? Is it to be rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. It's fucking schizophrenia ass fucking
Can I flush the
goddamn.
toilet? No. Everything I click is like typing.
Can you see yourself in the mirror?
There's no mirror.
That's fucked up.
The dirty ass fucking bathroom. Literally filthy. That was creepy.
Oh fuck, dude.
Stepping into his
Do you remember what
manager's
the
office,
number is?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I think
What
yeah.
could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
Fuck you!
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed
Anxiety isn't
for a few
healthy.
moments with some calming new age music.
They should have put Drake on.
Motherfucker. Fuck the police.
Is this
Feeling
copyright?
soothed and
Probably not.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
I like how
opened
like
passageway.
they punish you for making a decision too quickly or like
Yeah.
rushing it. They're like, hey. What in the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck?
So we're back in this place.
Wait.
Stanley walked straight
Okay.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control.
Well, we know what happens if you go this
Yeah,
way,
we
so.
fucking literally die.
Actually, there's a third option there. We could have. Well, it's too late now, but we could have went to the escape, and then when he tells us to go back, we go back.
Oh, shit.
It would have done something different, I'm pretty sure. What's this do?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this
Whoa,
place
it's all
hold?
fucking-
Stanley
Yeah.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Imagine playing fucking games in this.
What the fuck though?
Cameras?
There's pizza on my phone.
There's pizza on your phone. How'd you manage that, kid?
I'm unsanitary, I guess. What the fuck is this now?
Sanitary. There's no keyboards, it's just screens.
Oh. What the fuck? Yeah.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Oh my fucking
Each
god.
bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Yo.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
Look at that
reduced
shit.
to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This makes me scared of like fucking offices now. Like this is what's going down, bro. Like,
What does this do?
push that. Yeah, push that.
This mind-controlled
Fired.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
What the
boring
fuck? Why does
job?
that one say
his
fired
emotions
and this
No,
one
it
too?
doesn't.
manipulated to accept it
Isn't it-
blindly?
Maybe there's like the times we die, we made the wrong decisions, we got technically fired. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or people who didn't do what they were supposed to do.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or
bruh.
content.
Micro
Walking,
status
eating,
offline.
working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What?
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
But there's a button here.
Press that.
You think?
What happens?
I click it?
No.
I can't click that.
Why? You click something.
I clicked something, but I don't know what this one is. Facility power.
Gonna turn this motherfucker
5
off.
here. I did nothing.
What the fuck? What does that say in the corner?
What? I don't know.
I can't read that. Mind control.
And when at
idle.
last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible
Why?
place.
Why
and
can't
everything
just be
it
one
stood
fucking
for.
button where we press one goddamn time? I kind of want to turn the motherfucker on. What the fuck is this? Gotta turn it on. There you go.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that
This
this machine is
motherfucker.
activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode.
What the
igniting the entire
fuck?
complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
What the?
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh,
You have
this
3
is much
attempts
better than
remaining.
What I had in mind. What a shame we have so little
For
time
what? For
left to
what?
enjoy it.
I don't
Mere
know.
Moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Press that
More
red button,
time
maybe.
to talk about
Maybe.
you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely
Incorrect.
know where to
You didn't
start.
pass.
What's
Passcode.
that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are.
What's the passcode?
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Maybe.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
2.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was
Where are the other
merely
numbers?
in this instance of the story. Sometimes
There's
when I
3.
did it, I simply let you sit there in
Need
your office
2, 8, 4,
forever, pushing
5.
buttons endlessly and then
Where's
dying
fucking
alone.
8?
Other times, I let
There,
the
maybe?
office sink
That's a
into the
6.
ground, swallowing
Wait, there's only
everyone
6.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Okay, whatever.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
What
I'm
the
going to put
fuck
some
is
extra
going
time
on?
the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What the fuck, bro?
Oh dear me,
Wait.
what's the matter, Stanley?
1
Is
blue.
it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
What's
I
that
know
is
what
on
you-
the screen?
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These
Fuck.
numbered buttons, no, these colored
What-
ones,
look,
or maybe
there's
this
all
big
one
red
on the-
button,
on the
or this
screens, look.
door. Everything,
Yeah.
anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
What the
Why,
fuck?
do you
We're
have
gonna
any
die.
idea what your purpose
You
in this
fucking
place
5
is?
seconds! We're done. We're done for.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Wait, no, there's still a minute.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only
I don't
still
understand,
playing
I don't
so
understand, I
watching
don't understand, I don't
cutscenes,
understand.
I watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I don't understand at
To
all.
see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Goodbye, employee 2. Fuck.
What the fuck?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No
this.
ending here.
I'm out.
Just you being blown
Bye.
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
Oh shit, there's only a 4 up
Another
here.
choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
What the fuck?
How do we beat that? I kind of want to beat that.
It's loading again.
We're at the beginning again.
Yep.
How do we beat that?
I don't know.
Why is the phone ringing? Whose phone is that? Is it in our office? Is it that phone? Is it our office phone? There.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
What the fuck was that? I love that there's something new every time.
What the fuck? We just didn't do what the thing
When
said
Stanley
again,
came to a set
so-
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons.
What the
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
He just fast forwarded a bunch of fucking steps. What the fuck? This game, dude.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Come on, mate.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
How
have
long
the
is this?
strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
So
of
many
so many
endings, just looking it
individuals
up.
reduced to images
Really?
on a
Yeah.
screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's so many endings.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept
Does it
it
say anything
blindly?
about the one where where we have to say something?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
See what
All of
happens
it
if you turn it
monitored
off,
and
yeah.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Bam.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none
this
of this
thing
mattered
like
to him.
generates as the light
For
comes.
it was not
Yeah.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
I can't
but to
move.
let go.
Like I
No
can't move
longer
because
would
the
anyone tell him where
yeah,
to go,
thing's not
what
generated.
to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed
What the
to
fuck?
know.
Why do we keep going
It
down?
was
for?
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let's get the fuck out of this bitch.
Okay, but
Stanley
What?
felt the cool breeze
I
upon
can't
his
control
skin.
now.
The feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game.
That's it, yeah.
That's what the achievement says.
That's like so many fucking.
And now we're gonna go again.
Oh
Fuck.
my goodness. I think we're done now.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Alright, yeah, so that's gonna be it for this. Unless we might come back eventually and do like alternate, because there's so many. Like I literally
There's
just
so many
looked it up,
endings.
and there was like several endings where it was just like fucked up. So yeah. I hope you guys like this Stanley Parable, this mind fucking that took place, whatever the fuck that just was. And yeah, links are in the description. Go check out our other videos, and hopefully you like those too. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.